Hey guys, good evening. Welcome back to my channel. It's your girl Bridgie. How you guys doing? Do you share my videos? How many of you share my videos? Do you even press the like button? A lot of you don't press the like button, but if you love me, please press the like button, because what it does is that it makes the video gets more recommendation when YouTube shares it or puts it on recommended list or shares it on their on recommended list of videos for people to watch. So when you like it, it gives it more visibility, and people tend to click on it more. YouTube will share it more when people like it more. So please share. And if you've not shared outside YouTube as well, please share on WhatsApp. A lot of you are on WhatsApp groups and different kinds of forum, Facebook. Please share my videos and help us grow from where we are now to where we are going. We are going to the permanent site. And if you have not yet subscribed, you've been watching and you have not subscribed, you can bless us today with the blessing of your subscription. We appreciate you all that are supporting us, both on Patreon and those who are watching regularly, hitting the like button, sharing. God Almighty will bless you abundantly. Thank you so much. So today I have a real life story to tell you. I love real life story because they tell stories about people's experiences, and I'm all about experiences. So whenever I see a story, especially one that has not got to do with relationships, because we talk too much about relationship, even though life itself is centered, on relationships. But seriously, this is a real life story that I shared last week about the Ugandan lady who came to the UK and was living in Glasgow, and unfortunately had no support, and as a result, ended up um, losing her life. So it was based on that video that this young man sent me this email, and I'm just going to read it out to you. It's not too long. I'll try and paraphrase it and make it very quick. He's a 28-year-old Nigerian young man. He said, "Hi, my sister. Please, I want all Nigerians to learn from one. Thinking of coming abroad should please think twice. Don't come abroad if you don't have family or relatives. I moved from Nigeria to the UK in 2015 in search of greener pastures. I came as an international student in 2015. I was given a 4 years study visa back then. My 4 years visa was cancelled 3 months after I arrived at the UK because I was unable to pay my tuition fees, because I only paid 6 months tuition fee from Nigeria before I moved to the UK. I am unable to work, and as a letter was sent to me from Home Office to go back to Nigeria, I became homeless I became homeless 4 months after getting to the UK. I was homeless for 3 years before I met one white British lady who I started dating. Luckily enough, she became pregnant in 2019, and our daughter was born in early 2020, which is this year. 2 weeks after our daughter was born, my girlfriend suffered from postnatal depression. Social services got involved, and there are plans for my daughter to be placed in foster care. I went against the decision, and social services finally agreed for me to parent the baby. Social services provided me a house where I can parent my baby. I have been parenting the baby all alone by myself for 2 weeks, from 2 weeks old. She is 7 months old now. I applied for a fee waiver to put in my application for permission to stay based on my relationship with my daughter. The fee waiver was granted, and my application was submitted, and now a decision has been made, and I am given permission to stay. So he's been given permission to stay in the UK legally now. I'm parenting my daughter alone, and I've been doing this since she was 2 weeks old. There's no family, no relative. I have my resident permit now, but life is still the same because I cannot work. I am stuck. All my family in Nigeria have deleted my phone number. Yeah, this is the crux of the matter. They've deleted my phone number, thinking that I am successful in the UK, and have decided not to help them. I beg all Nigerians to please have their resident permit before coming to the UK. I live in Yorkshire, UK. I don't understand my life or what I'm doing with my life. I have resident permit, but I can't work or do anything, as I'm always at home with my daughter. If you can please help me through your channel to connect me with a Nigerian woman here in the UK, that would be great. I want to marry a Nigerian woman who we can both live our life in peace, guided by the Spirit of God. And I will be happy if you can share my stories. If you can share my story with your viewer, thanks. And then he put his phone number. When I read this story, I do get a lot of emails. I mean, people, like I said, telling me all sorts of issues that they have, mostly about relationship. But this one really, really touched me, particularly because I got it a day after I shared that Uganda lady's story. It really, really, really touched me because the guy said, the young man, he's only 28 years old. He said that his family in Nigeria have deleted his number. They've forgotten about him because they think he is enjoying. They think he's enjoying and he's forgotten about them, which is really, really sad. And that is a perception that a lot of people will have about you here, especially when they are not hearing from you, because they don't know that there's something called homelessness, that you can come here and become homeless. I mean, this is a young man that was sent here to come and go to school, and I do blame the parents because you cannot pay 6 months salary, 6 months school fees, and you push him here to come and go to school, and you don't pay school fees anymore. Because what they do is that nowadays what they do is that they follow up with the university to make sure that if you are an international student, that you are actually going to school and your fees are paid. Of course, the schools are not going to allow you to attend if you don't pay fees, and the home office is not going to allow you to stay or work or even do anything without, attending school, because you came here on a student visa. So they assume that you are going to school and you can only work for a limited number of hours a week because your main focus is going to school. So they didn't pay his school fees, so his visa was cancelled because you got a visa for 4 years and you only came here, and three months later you are not going to school. For them to cancel, that means the school have written to the home office that this also student have not been attending classes. You get? So this is the issues, and you can imagine for someone as young as 28 years old being homeless for 3 solid years. I mean, I was touched by this young man's story. I'm not going to lie, it really, really affected me. I was touched. I had empathy for him because I feel like this is the experiences of a lot of people who travel abroad. Families back home don't know what you are going through. As far as they are concerned, you are doing well. You know how Mr. Macaroni will say you are doing well. As far as they are concerned, you are doing well. Especially if you're on social media and you take pictures, you post it online, and they think, okay, you've arrived. But I feel like this young man should have taken his time to explain to his parents, especially, that he couldn't go to school because they did not pay his fees. And if he cannot go to school, then he has no legal stay in this country. He didn't come here illegally. He came here with a student visa. The visa was only cancelled because his fees were not paid. So now, the only option he had then was for him to return back to Nigeria. It's either he returns or he faced the hardship that he was going through. And he did send me his picture and that of his baby. And you should see the baby. Beautiful girl. Very beautiful young girl. So these are some of the issues that people who come abroad face. And, people back home don't really have an understanding about these challenges. I feel like as parents, when you send your children to come abroad, then you have to follow through. I don't know what the arrangement is or what the family were expecting, that he will just pay 3 months, he will just pay fees, and then he will only go to school for 3 months and not pay. Some universities, when they allow you to pay some part of your fees from back home in Africa, they give you, when you get here, they expect you to pay everything as you are doing the term. When you do one term, and the next time comes, you have to pay. If you don't pay, they're not going to allow you. So I don't know what they were thinking. Were they thinking that, okay, he will just get here and then everything will just become rosy? I don't understand. I feel like if he has parents that actually did this and arranged this travel, then that is not very responsible on their own part. Because a young man like that, he's 28 years old now. So that means he was even younger when he got here. He said he was homeless for 3 years. So that means, so it's really difficult. People don't know, especially for people who don't have the right standing. What is expected, you cannot walk. Now, this young man seems to me like a very focused, hardworking, young man who has a great future ahead of him, because when he told me about how he fought with social services to ensure that he retains his child, then I knew that, okay, this one, yeah, he knows what to do. Because if we were some other guys, a man with a newborn baby, unfortunately, this is what happened to the baby, the woman, the Oyibo woman that would have saved him, gave him a baby, and that would have been, his exit. This would have been an opportunity for him to legalize himself. But unfortunately, she became sick, and they were going to, maybe she didn't have any family, for social services to say they want to foster the child, that means there was no family member to take the child. But he was knowledgeable enough to say no. And the father, he came forward, he didn't run. And this is what I was saying in that video that I did about the Uganda lady, that information is power. You cannot be running from the authorities, be running so that they will not see you. If this young man was running, he didn't come forward to say, no, this is my baby, please give me my baby, I want to raise my baby by myself, then he will not have seen this opportunity to legalize himself. But having said that, it is not the duty of a young man like this, who probably has no experience about raising children, to be nurturing a baby. But he's done very well. The child is almost 1 year old, and I saw the baby, I saw the picture of the baby, and I was like, oh my God, he's really, really done well. They provided him accommodation, they supported him, now he has his papers now. So all he needs now is for him to be able to legalize he's already legalized his stay. All he needs now is somebody to help him, you know, to plan his life with, so that he can go back to school. If he can get somebody that can plan with him in his life, because he said he wants to get married. I don't think marriage should necessarily be the first step for him. I think he just needs to be in a relationship, because marriage now, for me, is something that, number one, he's very young. He's 28 years old. Number two, he still has a lot of things to do. He needs to go back to school and go and finish his degree and then get a job. Now that he's staying here, you know, legally, everything is sorted now. But he feels very isolated. He feels left alone, because don't forget that he's saying that his family back home, they've completely neglected him. They think he's enjoying life. Why do some families behave like this though? Why? I don't understand it. It's like you raise your own child, and you suddenly you feel like because they got here, they've forgotten about you, that they are picking money from the streets of London or Yorkshire, wherever the person is. It's not like that. I don't understand what they're expecting, that he's going to be sending money. As soon as he gets here as a student, you will have money. Most students who are here, they have to send them money from back home for them to sustain themselves. Because don't forget, as a student, you are not qualified for anything. You cannot get anything. It's only home students who are British citizens that have some sort of allowance that the government will give them. You know, some maintenance allowance, of which you will even pay it back. It's not free. Chai, who no, this country. So that is the experience of this young man. He wants me to share the story. So one people want to come here, but will they hear? They hear? They will tell you, if it's that hard, why are you still there? Why didn't you come back? You are there, you are telling me not to come. I have to come. So, but we can only share this, you know, real life experiences of people and what their situation is. Hopefully, somebody will hear it and they will learn. It is always very, very dangerous for you to travel, you know, as an illegal immigrant to any country. You don't get the best of that country if you don't have your legal status in that country. Even people that have legal status, it's hard for them to talk of you that you are hiding. He's understand as well that in some cases, like his case now, it was not done on purpose. He came here as a student, and then they didn't pay school fees, and then he was kicked out of school, and they wanted to kick him out of the country until he found the person that, you know, helped him. Now he's stuck with a baby that is less than 1 year old. He cannot walk. He's all alone. He's isolated, and these are the things that can really, really affect a young man, because already he's been through a lot. 3 years of being homeless in a place like Yorkshire. How many Nigerians live in Yorkshire? So I feel like we need to really, really keep saying these stories and warning people. If you want to travel, go and get your high skilled or whatever. Go and do your research. The problem with our people is that nobody wants to do research on how to travel legally. You want somebody to come and give you the information. We're always looking for people to give us the information. Oh, please, how do I apply? People will be sending me emails from Nigeria. How do I apply? How am I supposed to know how you are going to apply? When was the last time I applied for a visa? Can you imagine? Somebody will be sending me. I do get those emails. Please, I'd like to come to the UK. How do I come? Some people will even be in Europe. They want to come to the UK. They'll be sending me email. I live in Italy. I want to come to the UK. How do I? Go and get the information yourself. Stop waiting for somebody to come and hand you information. How do I know? So I should go and do the work for you and go and research for you. When you have internet, you have mobile phone. All you do with your mobile phone is to go on social media. You cannot go and find information. Go to the Home Office. Go to the latest information. When was the last time that I applied for visa that I will know what is needed, or the kind of visas that you need to travel, to relocate from one country to the other? So these are all the information that people need to avail themselves. It's out there. The information is out there. And one thing about all these Obodo countries that they don't hold information. They always put it out there. When it comes to visa application, different kinds of application, and you know what you need to do, they will put all the information there. But people don't go and get information. They want somebody to, and that's why all these agents always go they go to agents to come and say, oh, then those ones will now looking for ways to eat their money, and some of them will do fake paper for them. You understand? So that is the information from the young man. Now he needs somebody. He's looking for somebody. He say he needs a companion, please. He's a Yoruba man. He's a Christian. He's a good-looking young man. If you live in Yorkshire on that Adubo, any of that Adubo in that area, and you are interested, please send me an email. Even if it's just being his friend, just somebody I can talk to, please. Contact me. I beg you. Let's help this brother. Let's help this young man. For him to reach out to me, I know that he really feels very isolated. You know, the baby is beautiful. Please send me an email. DM me on Instagram. Yeah, if you live in Yorkshire area or anywhere in the UK and you want to be his friend, please. I would really, really appreciate that. Anyway, I'm just going to leave it here today. Thanks a lot, guys, for watching. Leave me your thoughts in the comment section, and I'll talk to you guys in my next one. I love you. Bye-bye.